This is why the narcissist excludes you from their fun. As empaths, we naturally feel compelled to include other people in our fun and enjoyment because of our heightened sensitivity to other people's emotions and needs. We have a natural ability to sense when someone feels left out, lonely, or excluded, and this creates a strong desire to ensure everyone around us feels valued and included. We have a deep emotional awareness, a desire to spread joy, an avoidance of negative energy, a strong sense of connection, so we naturally care for other people's well-being. We ensure that everyone feels included and uplifted. This is aligned with our compassionate nature. And because of our deep compassion and desire to heal and connect with people, we even try to include narcissists in our fun, even though they might not reciprocate our kindness, because we believe in transformation and we want to avoid conflict. We hope for connection, to the point where we are even willing to self-sacrifice. We prioritize their comfort over our own, even if it drains our energy, simply to avoid feelings of guilt or the discomfort of leaving them out. But narcissists thrive on attention and control, so they exploit our kindness for their own gain, without offering genuine appreciation or reciprocation. Narcissists often come across as uptight. They don't seem to enjoy fun in the same carefree way that we do. This is because they have a fear of losing control. They are preoccupied with their image. They have internal insecurities which result in a lack of genuine connection. Instead of celebrating your happiness, they will feel envious or competitive. If you're having fun or being the center of attention, it can trigger their feelings of inadequacy, making them withdraw or act aloof, because they have difficulty managing their emotions. They have an inability to process feelings like joy, gratitude, or vulnerability, which can make them seem uptight or disengaged, even in situations that are meant to be fun. But this is only when they're with you. When they're not with you, they are a completely different person. They're having a lot of fun when you're not around. And this is why sometimes you may notice them smiling, laughing, and joking with other people, but then they have a different type of energy when they're around you. They act foolishly and carelessly. They don't care about how they're treating you. They're not trying to have a good time. And yet they're always trying to impress and charm other people. They perform more, laugh more, and engage more with their acquaintances, friends, or even strangers to maintain their idealized image, but you never get to see that side of them, unless they're directing it towards someone else as a form of triangulation in an attempt to make you jealous. But they never share that idealized image of themselves with you, because as an empath, you are their primary source of supply. They don't feel the need to perform for you, because they believe that you are already secured in their life. They view their relationship with you as a power play, because they rely on you for emotional validation. So they intentionally withhold affection or fun from you to maintain control and keep you seeking their approval. They save their fun side for other people, while making you feel excluded. The reality is that narcissists actually thrive on novelty and external validation. They can't live without it. They enjoy interacting with new people. They like being in different social settings, because it offers them fresh opportunities for admiration and attention which they crave. But with you it feels routine, which leads them to disengage or seem less interested in having fun with you. They struggle with emotional intimacy. Having fun requires a level of vulnerability and genuine connection. They feel uncomfortable sharing a fun experience with you because you already know them deeply. So they feel safer expressing a surface level, performative version of fun with other people who don't expect emotional depth, which may cause you to feel hurt or confused, because you may often see the narcissist enjoying themselves with other people, but withholding that same energy from you. The narcissist may even use this to manipulate your emotions. This behavior may be a subtle way for them to keep you off balance, creating a cycle where you try hard to win back their attention or affection, but constantly trying to bring joy or fun into a relationship with a narcissist will leave an empath feeling emotionally depleted. And this is why, even if that fun side of them does return, it will never be enough to sustain you. Due to the inherently imbalanced and manipulative nature of their dynamic, they create an emotional environment where you constantly strive for validation, connection, and the rekindling of the love or attention you experienced in the beginning. They run you through the cycle of abuse, the idealization, devaluation, and discard phase, but they cannot sustain this idealized image because it isn't real. And this is why they have to drain you of your energy and resources, because it isn't self-sustaining. They can't generate it from within. So you have to keep giving them credit. You have to continuously shower them with affection, charm, attention, money, and gifts. But no matter what you bring to them, they're never satisfied, because they have a void that can never be filled. So it just ends up burning you out. It depletes and exhausts you. As a result of the excessive and prolonged stress, until you just can't do it anymore. You feel useless and depressed, and that is when they begin devaluing you. They begin to withdraw their affection. They start criticizing or manipulating you, leaving you confused and longing for the initial connection. It leaves you clinging to memories of their charming, fun, or love inside, believing that you can bring it back if you try hard enough. It causes you to project their hope onto them, believing that you can fix the relationship or bring out their better qualities. As an empath, you may value meaningful, authentic relationships. You may feel that if you could just break through to the narcissist, you will achieve the deep connection you long for, until eventually you just end up blaming yourself. Because their manipulative behavior makes you feel like you're the problem. And this self-blame drives you to work harder to please the narcissist, which only perpetuates the cycle. But this is why their idealized image is only ever a mirage. It's not something they're able to sustain for long because it isn't real. It's fueled by your energy and emotions, which is why they demand and expect immediate gratification, control, and validation, rather than the mutual give and take required for lasting connections. The duration of the fun side of the relationship actually depends on you. It depends on how much supply they can extract from you, or how willing you are to tolerate their behavior, which is why the best that it really gets with a narcissist is just a short conversation, a one-night stand, or even a glimpse of their profile on social media. The fantasy is all they really have to offer, but they can't bring this fantasy to life. It only appears that way when you are an observer. It's all about the image that they portray to people, which is why when two narcissists are together they must have an audience, because they can't extract supply from each other. Narcissists excel in initial conversations, where charm, confidence, and charisma can leave a lasting impression, because these short-term interactions don't demand vulnerability, emotional depth, or commitment, which are areas where they struggle. So for narcissists, it's all about the surface level appeal. Their focus on appearances, excitement, and fun can make fleeting interactions feel satisfying for themselves and other people, but these connections do not deepen into something substantial, because they struggle with emotional depth, or they have a transactional mindset. You may experience brief highs but long lows. They can provide short bursts of attention or charm, but they will withdraw or manipulate when emotional needs arise, which will result in unfulfilled expectations. Because although the charisma they display initially creates expectations of a deeper bond, they fail to meet those expectations over time. which may result in you feeling drained, unfulfilled, or long for the connection you thought you had. Because narcissists are better suited to short-term surface-level engagements, like brief conversations, one-night stands, or carefully curated glimpses on social media, as these interactions provide the validation and admiration they seek, without requiring the vulnerability or reciprocity necessary for long-term meaningful relationships. It may appear as though the narcissist is excluding you, when the reality is that the fun you see them having with other people is just a carefully constructed performance, rather than genuine enjoyment. It's designed to reinforce their image, validate their ego, and secure admiration from those around them. It may seem like they're having so much fun, especially in social settings or with people who don't know them as intimately, but it's just a performance for validation. It masks their vulnerability. They use fun, charm, and humour as part of their social mask. They present an idealised version of themselves that is engaging, charming, and carefree, but this is not who they really are, and it is done solely to receive validation and attention, rather than out of genuine desire for connection. It is designed to keep up the illusion of them being exciting, charismatic, or popular, because by engaging in fan activities or being the centre of attention, they enhance their status in the guise of other people. In social settings or on social media, they will exaggerate stories, use humour to get laughs, or showcase their lifestyle in a way that makes them seem exciting and popular. These interactions are not about enjoying the company of other people, but about keeping the spotlight on themselves. Newness and novelty fuels their ego, but they become bored with the familiar, especially in long-term relationships, where they feel they have already conquered the other person. New people, new environments, and new experiences allow them to relive the excitement of feeling admired or special which they crave. But this is not about genuinely enjoying the interaction, it's about getting a boost to their ego, which is why there's always a lack of emotional investment and connection, because their idea of fun is a means of maintaining control, rather than a spontaneous or genuine form of enjoyment. They have shallow interactions with no expectations, where there is less pressure to meet emotional needs or maintain deep connections. They engage in fun interactions without the responsibilities of real, ongoing emotional labour, which is how they get able to use their fun interactions with other people to fuel jealousy, provoke insecurity, or create distance between themselves and you. They would not be able to do that if these were genuine connections. They're not genuine, which is how they're actually quite unfulfilling. And it's why the narcissist must showcase how much fun they're having with other people. They're seeking to make you feel left out, or even to manipulate you into seeking their approval or attention more intensely, because that's their true idea of fun. That's what brings them true fulfillment. They require an emotional caretaker in their primary source. Someone who provides them emotional support, admiration, or even caregiving, while they do not reciprocate. They use their primary source to fulfill their deeper needs, while they reserve their shallow and superficial fun side for other people. The fun that narcissists seem to have with other people is a performative and self-serving version of fun that is far removed from genuine shared joy or emotional connection. It's superficial and transactional. It's driven by their need for validation and attention, rather than a true expression of enjoyment. It is an act for their audience that helps them to maintain their image and gain admiration. Their feelings of joy or excitement are surface level and fleeting. It's not the deeper, more meaningful type of fun that comes from genuine connection or shared experience. They don't invest in the emotional connections that make fun enduring. There is no vulnerability or emotional exchange. This is something that they avoid at all costs, which is how you could never connect to them. But with other people, they're able to maintain a fun, carefree attitude, because they don't need to reveal anything personal or deep about themselves. It is an illusion of connection. It may seem like you are witnessing something authentic, especially since it contrasts with the withdrawn or critical behaviour they exhibit towards you, to where you may wonder why they can't act that way with you. It is this contrast that creates an illusion of connection that isn't based on true emotional depth, so it just creates false hope. It gives the appearance of genuine enjoyment and connection with other people, which may lead you to believe that if only you could do something to trigger that behaviour, you might also receive the same fun and attention. But it's a false hope, which can be deeply disorienting and painful, because it reinforces the idea that their fun is only accessible if you get it right. But the reality is that it's just an illusion of fun. It's a mirage. Because the fun that they seem to have with other people is more about ego reinforcement than actual fun. They may project a carefree image or seem joyful, but that fun is contingent on the attention and admiration that they are receiving. If they stop getting that attention, the fun quickly dissipates, and they will then revert to their controlling or distant behaviour. A narcissist's fun is actually just a self-delusion. They convince themselves that they are genuinely having fun, even though their underlying motive is to maintain their social image or emotional supply. So the fun is a distorted reality, shaped by their need for admiration, which is why they feel emptiness when they are alone. Their life feels lonely and unfulfilling, because the fun they have with other people lacks emotional significance. It doesn't contribute to true happiness, connection or fulfillment, only temporary validation. You might see these moments of fun and wonder why you never get to experience the same light-hearted, joyful version of the narcissist. The truth is, the narcissist's fun isn't as real or deep as it seems. It's more about how other people perceive them and what they can extract emotionally from those interactions. Now, of course, this is just me saying this, and I don't know the narcissist in your life personally. But think about it like this. If a person, narcissist or not, were truly fulfilled by the fun they have with other people, it would reflect in their behaviour towards you. They would show that same energy and enjoyment towards you. But they don't. Instead, they devalue you, which shows that the fun they had was never about true happiness or emotional fulfillment. If it were, they wouldn't treat you as expendable or less important. The reality is that their fun is shallow and short-lived. It's based on external validation and ego boosts, rather than any real lasting happiness or emotional satisfaction. It's an artificial high that fades quickly, leaving them craving more. They experience a lack of internal satisfaction, because true fulfilling fun comes from within. It does not come from other people. It's a product of emotional connection, shared experiences and mutual respect. Narcissists don't experience this because their fun is always about how other people perceive them, not about real emotional bonding or joy. Which is how they get unable to fulfill your need for real connection. You seek deep emotional connection, authenticity and mutual respect. The narcissist is unable to give that to you because they're not really happy. They're not really fulfilled with these interactions. If they were, then they will be able to share that same energy with you. Instead, their behaviour often includes withdrawing emotionally, devaluing you, and treating you as a reliable source of supply without genuine appreciation. This behaviour isn't about you. It's about their inability to connect on a deep, meaningful level. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Hit the subscribe button to receive the notifications. If you would like to support the channel, you can donate at paypal.me/Narc Survivor. You can book a one-on-one with me on my website. It's narcsurvivor.co.uk. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.